utterly impossible to reconcile the Jesus of the book of Revelation, who has blood-stained robes and is leaving blood for hundreds of miles around the battle site, with the gentle Jesus, the loving Jesus of the Sermon on the Mount. The two are not the same figure.
Revelation describes how the warrior Jesus advances with his army against the Antichrist and his forces, culled from the nations he has deceived into worshiping him. The forces of good ultimately prevail over the unholy Trinity after their years of deception.
They'll be cast in the lake of fire. The devil will be cast in that. The false prophet, the Antichrist, and all those who took the mark of the beast.
So ends Revelation's description of the Battle of Armageddon. Drawing any correlation between this biblical prophecy and current events is problematic, as it speaks of supernatural figures clashing in a supernatural context. But in one profound sense, the prophecy and the present may be converging.
Something like 60% of Americans believe the events in the book of Revelation will come to pass. Now, this is extremely dangerous, because how can we not say that if we believe something, that we don't act in such a way as to make it happen? If we believe that there's going to be a big war in the Middle East and Jesus is going to come back and save the world, then we might just let our behavior be affected by that belief and allow it to occur.
It is an intriguing possibility. At its heart is what can be considered a curious, fatal attraction to Revelation's prophecy.
The great tradition of Revelation over 20 centuries is that every new generation comes to the text, reads it, and is convinced that it describes events that will take place in their own lifetime. It is a habit of our mind in Western tradition to look for signs of the end. And I believe it's a habit that was formed literally by what we read in Revelation.
But surprisingly, this inclination among millions may not stem from a morbid fascination with mayhem. Instead, it might be rooted in the perception that Revelation, ultimately, is a story of hope.
Inevitably, there'll be a general judgment of the world and all that, but at least if it happens in our day, the end of all evil will be seen in our lifetime.
This leading period is one of great pestilence, plague, wars, economic collapse, destruction. It's a period of great suffering to all the people who have to live through it. But at the end, Jesus comes, the final battle is fought, Satan is defeated. It all becomes worthwhile. The fact remains that we have this idea of the final destruction of evil.
But if the horrors of Revelation truly come to pass, will evil's demise be of any satisfaction to the few who survive? According to the biblical text, they will find comfort in a remade world.
And God himself shall be among them, and he shall wipe away every tear from their eyes, and any mourning, or crying, or pain.
All those things seem to be pointing at that there is a time that is going to come that something very bad, very catastrophic is going to happen. And I don't think that there's a way for us to escape that. I really think that this is going to happen, just as it's been prophesied.